Okay, we are back. We're back in Twitch. I don't know what happened, but yeah, the stream just got interrupted. But you have not missed anything special. Like we are just secondary screen. Oops, this is just hello. It is frozen. So let me add the secondary screen. How can I remove this one? Bye. Let me add the secondary screen. macOS screen capture. Yes. Okay, and I'm going to select the screen that I'm recording. So there you go. You're back. Nice, nice. Okay, sorry, the stream got interrupted for some reason. But yeah, we are live again. So what was happening? So it is time to just build this bad boy again. So what we just finished to do is to build. Okay, it opened this new window. So we are building the new configuration. So here in XR Origin, what I added is this attract image with a prefab that is essentially just a red cube, and with a reference image library that contains one of the markers. The marker, you can get the markers for free, or you can pay if you want to support me in this link. I'm gonna share the link again here in the chat. Where's the chat? Here. So you can get that here. Oh, where's the Spanish one? So here you can get it. Nice. And that's it. So I'm just building. This is almost done, and the idea is to just track the image. I don't know if I'm able to check the device, video capture device. Is it possible to set up something like that? Let's enable do not disturb. Okay. Device is my desk camera. Let's see. Oh no, but you cannot see my continue. Oh no, sadly you cannot see my the my screen. That's sad. It sucks a little bit. Or let's try to QuickTime. To use QuickTime Player. Let's see if you are able to see something like that. Let's see, new movie recording, and I'm going to use my no, this is using the camera. Not what I'm looking for. So QuickTime Player, new screen recording. No, I cannot use my iPhone. Okay, this is it. It sucks. But anyways, the idea is to connect the David MacBook Pro. Just disconnect. Is your to disconnect? Yes. The idea is to open. So here I'm running the ad. So the idea is to open the marker one, that is the one that is set up, and I have my square, my red square placed where the marker is, essentially. So I'm gonna take a screenshot, and this is what I was getting, guys. So if you see, I was having a red square on top of the the marker. So that's what we are looking for here. So now that we know that this is working with one image, with one marker, we have to do it for all the markers. So what I'm going to do initially is to create another cube. This is going to be called marker 2. What's the idea? The idea is that the prefabs that are, oh Jesus. The idea is, I'm going to delete this because you are not looking anything. So this is the video capture. I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Yes. And screen capture. I just need to add the camera, the freaking screen that I want to show. Yes. So what we want is to create a new cube. So let's create a new cube that is going to be called marker 2. What's the idea? These images will be named, we have the same name as the prefab that that will be placed on top of them. So I'm going to create a material real quick. It doesn't matter how it is called because I'm gonna delete it anyways. But this is gonna be blue, and this is the material that I'm going to have for this one. This cube is 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, so I want to change that by 10 centimeters. That is the size of the. That is essentially the size of the marker, at least in my screen. And yeah. Same as I did here, I'm going to drag and drop this marker here, and I'm gonna delete. So here the stuff, here is where we start the fun stuff. So we will create an assets folder. This is going to be called scripts, and here is where I will create my mono behavior script. This is going to be AR, or just multiple images tracking manager. And this will be placed here in the same. Okay, let's wait until this whole thing compiles. Okay, so now I can drag and drop to this XR origin, only the XR origin. I can now drag and drop this multiple images tracking manager. That's the script that we just created. It has to be placed in the same because we don't want to drag and drop, but if you want to place it in another place, let's say I create an empty object that is called managers, and you can just place it here, but you have to reference this AR track image manager manually. Because I don't want to do that, I'm just gonna place it in the same game object. So I'm just gonna open it, and I will save my screen just in case my sim. So this is opening. Where's my rider? So this is opening. Opening. I don't see my rider. Where is it? I'm gonna close my windows. The other window. I see my rider window jumping around, but I don't see the instance of here. So trust and open in a new window, and this is the window that I want to share to you guys. So okay, let's wait until JetBrains does what it always does, that is compiling everything. Okay, so let's put this bigger. There you go. I don't know if you can see that better. Yes, I think the code is better. It's insanely huge in my screen, but okay, that's better. And I'm just gonna zoom it out a little bit. So I don't want that. So as I said, I need to create first the reference to this AR tracked image manager, because that's the thing that is sending me the events that I want to listen. To know when a track is added, updated, or removed. So when it is updated, it's because the image just moved to our place, and the idea is to move the prefab to that place. So that's the first thing. Because I have this in the same game object, I just will create a private field, AR tracked image manager. There you go. And I'm going to name it just tracked image manager, as it is. If you have this element, this multiple images tracking, this script, if you have it in another place, you have to just serialize field, and you have to drag it and drop it manually. This reference there, like serialize field. There you go. Let's wait until this loads. So again, if you have this script in another place, you have to serialize it and then just drag this manually here. In my case, I know that this is here, so I don't need to do it. Simple as that. Let's create then. Let's go to reference library and let's add the other image. The other image is marker 2. Marker 2. This is, I don't know how to pin this. In marker 2, I will have marker 2, yes, same here. And I will just delete this one from here. I don't want that because we will just set up everything from this script. So the other thing that I need is I need a serialized field, yes, and I want to have a list of game objects, the game objects or the prefabs that will be spawned. So on this case, I will create a private how can I say this? Game objects, tracking objects. In this case, this is going to be called prefabs to spawn. And I do prefer the lists for some reason. Game object, yes, and let's initialize it now. Equals, yeah. So here I'm going to place the projects that I want, the prefabs that I want to spawn. On my case, marker 1 and marker 2. So let's go here to origin. Let's dock this for a moment. And here I will place marker 1, marker 2. Okay, cool, save. Now I want to have a part of this one. I want to have another private element, private dictionary. On this case, this dictionary will have a key that is a string, comma, and I will have a new list of game objects. No, at least no, I'm just gonna have game objects. And this is going to be called, dude, hold on. This will be the AR objects. So here I'm going to store the reference between the image, the marker, and the object that I want to spawn. No, the object that spawned and is related to that image. So here I will start with start method. Oh my goodness. Start. Private void start. Yes, this one, not this one. And here what I want to do is for each on this case, well, both are the same, so let's say for each prefab to spawn, I'm gonna have a prefab, and here I will have AR objects. Actually, I have to instantiate that, so I need to create a var game object that is the instance of this prefab. I don't want this in just I will create them in just vector 0 and quaternion.identity. So I want to create an instance of every prefab in my scene as soon as the scene starts. So why is that? Because I will I will create the instance. I'm going to store that instance in my dictionary, and then I will reference that spawned object to the marker that I want to relate to. So on this case, I will have this, but not the prefab name. I will get the tracked image that image prefab, no, reference library that you know what, I'm just gonna create one for one for, I don't remember how I had that set up, because I can do a for loop, or I can just have, I don't know, I just can have this instantiated, I don't know, just get, okay, let's do first this first, get the reference to track manager. So track manager is going to be the object that is attached to this game object. So get component and AR tracked image manager. Okay, I have right now the reference. And now let's initialize AR objects equals new dictionary. Okay, yes, I don't like to initialize them here. What else? I want to then set up my scene. Set up scene elements. That is essentially what we were doing right now. So private void setup scene elements, and here what I want to do is, okay, I want again to create a for each loop, and I want to have again prefabs to spawn. Like the thing that was kind of making me think about how I was placing this is because there can be cases, but this is the error of the programmer, where we can have more prefabs to spawn than markers, but this is just an error that you have to take care of. So let's do it in that way anyways. So here again, I'm going to create a var that is an AR object that is the instance of the prefab. No, prefabs to spawn, no, of the prefab that I'm checking right now, prefab, with vector 3.0 and quaternion.identity. So as soon as it is, just place it. And now I have to assign the AR object that name, the name of the prefab that I am instantiating. And finally, I have to put this spawned element invisible because we are not tracking anything yet. So AR object, no, AR object that game object that set active, in this case false. So we spawn the object, we assign the name to that object, and we hide it. And then we add this spawned object to the dictionary. So we add to my dictionary this AR object, and here the name, yeah, the name can be the same. Yeah. So I have stored here my name. I'm not sure if I was, yeah, because I can just associate this object to maybe the first item and the second item from my referenced image library. But yeah, just let's do it on this way. So we spawn it, we assign the name, we hide it, and we add that hidden object to the dictionary that is going to manage the elements for each prefab. What else do we need to do? We have then access, we need to access to the events from this AR tracked image manager. This is the place, or this is the stuff that actually changed from AR Foundation 5 to AR Foundation 6. So here, after we set up all those elements, or even before, like, doesn't matter. Let's do it before. So it's we have the reference, so tracked image manager that we will listen the event. I don't remember how I was doing it. It was like, this is trackable changed. Let's go, let's see real quick. Introduction, features, where's the AR tracked? Okay, there you go. So we have this reference and we have this trackables changed. This is the thing that we need to look for, we need to listen for. So what is going on? Isn't it the same one? Okay, because I have this error, I haven't finished. So tracked trackables changed. Then I have to add a listener. This is the part that changed, and I'm going to create a on imaged tracked images tracked changed. So every time this event gets invoked, I am going to call this function. So let's create this function here, private here, and this is void, right? This is not gonna return anything. This is void change, and here I'm gonna have, I don't know, these arguments: AR tracked image changed, event args. Yeah, I think that's okay. So every time this event fires, I'm going to invoke this one. What's wrong with this? Okay, because now this is more generic, so we can get a lot of different tracked elements. So in this case, I need to specify that I'm looking for AR tracked image. Is that it? Yeah, tracked. Let's copy this in the, let's copy this, and this is arguments, event args. Okay, so these are the event arguments that I'm expecting from this event. Before doing anything else, I need to go to on destroy it. We need to unsubscribe from this event. So let's go here, and instead of add listener, remove listener. There you go. So we avoid memory leaks and stuff like that by doing it. So what's the idea? Every time this gets fired, something happens. So here is where we are going to create the same stuff that we had in the previous tutorial. So we are going to have 3 for each loops. So essentially I will listen the event argument. Stop just charging and loading and doing shit. So event arguments, so add it. So we are going to listen to those arguments from added. This is gonna return us the AR and a tracked image. So tracked image, tracked image. So these are the arguments that we are going to have. So this can happen. So we have the case for each when the event arguments is added, when this is updated, and when this is removed. There you go. So we have this tracked image. Here, this is telling us that this is not returning specifically a tracked image, but like a struct or a pair of values, but we are gonna just do some adjustments later. So I want almost the same behavior. I'm gonna create one behavior for all of these 3 elements. So let's create a private void update tracked images, and I want to have here AR tracked image as an input, and then I want to see what I will do with this. So the idea is this function, this method is going to be called in all of these 3 cases. So in case I'm gonna send this, I'm gonna pass my tracked image. I'm going to do the same here, and I'm going to do the same here, but here I need to pass the value because I'm receiving just okay, this has to be there because I'm receiving a pair of values, so I'm just gonna get the value. So this is the function or the method that will update the position and the rotation of the tracked element according to the image that is tracked. So what should we do here? Let's see. I was looking for some conditions. So when the tracking is poor or is missing, I don't remember, or when this is limited. So let's see if the thing that I'm receiving, tracked image, is for some reason null, then return, like do nothing, like there's nothing else to do in this case. If tracked image that tracking state, this is the tracking state, is limited or is null, tracking still none. So if this is happening, then what I want to do is I want to say, hey, I want to look for the object that is related in my dictionary to this image. So AR objects, objects with the value of the tracked image that reference image that name. Hey, object with the name this. I need you to hide. That's pretty much it. I don't want to show you because I don't know where to place you, but just stay in the scene just in case in the future you get updated and your image gets tracked again. If this is the case, then do that and just return, because there is nothing else to do here. I'm doing return because I'm going to add more instructions behind this, like under this. Now, if prefabs to spawn are not null, let's just update its position. So if the tracked image has a good tracking state and tracked image is not null, and if this is not null, if the prefabs are already set up, then we are going to look for that specific object that has the name of the tracked image that we are studying, and we are just enable it, like, hey, you are tracked, get enabled. I'm not sure if I should add the condition that if it is enabled, just don't enable it anymore. I'm not sure if it has some performance improvements, but yeah, just leave it as it is. AR objects with the same name, let's set up the position as the tracked image position. And now let's set up the rotation. So with these elements, because I remember in the tutorial I forgot to add the rotation. I don't know why, or I don't know if it was convenient because I was testing with my screen. But anyways, these are the instructions that I essentially need. So with my script, let's wait until it reloads. And this is essentially the stuff that changed from AR Foundation 5 to AR Foundation 6. That's pretty much it. So we have this. The reference image library is here. And this max number of images to track in real time, not all implementations support. I don't know what this number really does. Before some years ago I worked with 0 numbers and it worked, but just in case, because I have 2 markers, I'm gonna leave this number as 2, and I think that's pretty much it. So if we run this as it is, we should be able to spawn a blue cube. Is it a blue cube? Okay, I'm gonna just, yeah, it's a blue cube and a red cube if both images are tracked. So let's save and let's build and run with Command B. No, I'm not able to. Command B requires dimensions for all images. Oh, okay. Glad that I got this error message. So what this is telling me is that marker 2 image has not yet set up the dimensions of the real world. This is yeah, so I have to specify the size. In the real world, this image is more or less 10 centimeters. So with this, I can just clear the console and I can Command B to build the project. With this, let's see. Let's wait. My headphones just move away. You know, I want my headphones to be connected to my computer. So let's wait a little bit more. Okay, this is not common. I have a lot of things to delete here in my computer, so yeah, let's just move them to trash and just clean up the trash. Empty trash. Hello, empty trash. Okay. Yes, let's check my disk utility. Okay, I have less than 1 gigabyte. Yes. One thing that I can do maybe is to delete more disk utility. I don't know if I'm using still is the bundle. I don't know if I can just delete anything else from here. I have, let's check this one. Amount eject, restore release. What if I eject this? I don't know. I cannot eject this, so let's erase, delete this volume. Sorry, my volume, yes. Click to continue. Oh my goodness, I don't have the space. Let's delete this, move this to trash, move this to trash. I don't know what else I have. I have some installers, some recordings, and more installers. I think with this we should be fine. Let's see what I get. I have a project that I'm not working on that I can actually delete, so let's go real quick here. Execution backend, hold on. It already is deleted. This is the one that I can delete. Move this to trash and let's empty the trash. So let's check real quick my disk utility. And hello, disk utility. Okay, I have more than 2 gigabytes now. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's wait again. I think I'm gonna delete the other YouTube project that I was not. Yeah, the previous one I can just delete it. Yes, let's empty trash. There you go. Yes. So this is building, and the idea, or what we want to see now, is just the 2 different markers. So let's keep them visible. Where are the markers? Where are the markers? I don't see my markers anywhere. Marker 1. Let's leave it here, and marker 2. I'm gonna put them one next to the other, so hopefully I can see both squares, both cubes. So let's wait a little bit more until this loads. Okay, this is loading. Loading. And almost there. Okay, so I'm gonna take another screenshot to show you if, okay, this is one, cube 1, cube 2. Okay, let's go. Oh, David, you have no idea now how to take a fucking screenshot. Oh my goodness. For real? Is this for real? Okay. So, so what I have here, let's go to screenshots, photos. This is what I got. So see, I have the 2 cubes. So right now I think we are gonna let this stream until here. What we can do tomorrow is to just set up the cool prefabs and make this project interesting, essentially. But this is gonna be tomorrow, I think, because I was aiming to have a stream at 2 hours of streaming, and we are 3 minutes more. So yes, for now I think I'm gonna pause this, and yeah, we can see each other tomorrow just to finish the second part and the final part, the cool part.